Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding area. We are going to have a great show today. We got a great co-host here, Bridget, and we got two beautiful young ladies here. I forgot their name. Jodie, right? And Peace. All right, I remember them. How do you like that now? And the most exciting part with these two, we got a natural path healer.
Holistic.
No. Well, I almost got it right. And we got a jewelry maker, Reiki energy too, right?
And hypnosis.
And you do hypnosis too? Oh, I'll get rid of the other hypnosis and we'll get you doing talk about that. How's that sound? Okay.
Sounds good.
And folks, we got one of the biggest events that is coming up that we have had in years, and you're going to be there. You're going to be giving a lecture. Now, if you do hypnosis, we'll give a lecture too if you want.
Sure.
It's all up to you, okay? Yeah. But it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be about for healing pause. Healing pause is a thing that is becoming a dream of mine. It's actually becoming a reality. You know how you just wait and you wait and it's never going to happen. But the government, you fight with the government too. The work that you have to do, but it's happening. It's happening, and I get and I almost get into tears, But I got wonderful people. The Spirit is telling me who to select. Mm-hmm. They really are. So I'm not doing this off the wall. I allowed the Spirit. I said, well, I don't know. Seriously, she said, and the Spirit said, you will do what I tell you to do. So, so I have to obey. Do you obey your Spirit?
Yes.
Don't always want to, right?
No, I don't always
you
want
obey
to.
your Spirit?
I do.
How about you?
Mm-hmm.
But you're stubborn about it. Paul, I forgot to. This is my dear friend Georgette. I forgot to invite you to introduce, and I did. You guys should see. Yeah, I'm so off the wall today, so you guys are gonna have to be calmed down. Maybe I should have smoked a little bit of homemade cigarette before I got here,
My name's Bridget.
Didn't I say Bridget?
You said Georgette.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bridget. See why I have a co-host, right? Yeah, and it's gonna be. It's on October 20th at Unitarian Universalist Unitarian Church in Manchester, and it's going to be from 10 to 4, and we're going to have popcorn that will be given away. You like popcorn?
It's one of my weaknesses, yes. Yeah. I like popcorn.
I think we're going to do it with something. What'd she say it was, Scott?
What's that?
That popcorn, what are we going to pop it in? Something anyways. Well, anyway, and we're going to offer that. Then we're going to have hot dogs this year. And Mary, we're having her homemade baked beans. You like homemade baked beans?
I do.
Do you? Oh, God. You guys, whoever's there, if you can make it, it'll be great. Whoever's there, they'll be able to get your beans early because they do go very quickly. She went through 2 of the big crock pots full, plus her soup. And we're going to have raffles. Can we raffle you off?
No.
She's taken.
How about you?
Well.
That's the Price is Right? No. Now, we were going to do the dating game thing, but when we started the legal things on that, let me tell you, we changed our mind.
Oh, wow.
The insurance was from, and then we got talking about it. And some, so you got auctioned off and some guy picks you up, do all that stuff. And who knows what could happen, you never know. So we thought it was easier not to do that. And I know I could have made a lot of money, because you guys are cute, so I could make a lot of money, But anyways, enough about that for now. You're a holistic
practitioner.
I'm sorry?
Holistic practitioner.
Holistic practitioner. I will get that right one of these days. Well, I'm old. Is that a good excuse?
No.
No? Oh, okay. And you're a jewelry maker, hypnosis. And I can tell you, folks, hypnosis does work. Mm-hmm. Because I know 5 years ago, I got hypnotized right here on this show. Rex, right here, see it right here? And I haven't had a cigarette since.
That's awesome.
So it can work. You help people lose weight?
Yes.
You help people with anxiety?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Oh, I may be talking to you later. Okay. Can you improve their sex life?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Well, it depends on what Scott says.
That's right. But my co-host here, Bridget, right? Okay. You have a lot going on too, huh? You do a lot of volunteer work. and you work with the people, the wed mothers. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Wed mother. Do you find that rewarding?
Yes.
Okay, and so it helps. And so we all have something we can offer to the universe. Am I correct? And you talk about what you do.
Me, I
Shut me up for a while.
I help people using nutrition, herbal therapy, and energy work. So I do like Reiki, crystal Reiki, some advanced energy work, and I help people that way. Deal mostly with chronic illnesses. Most people don't seem to come in for prevention work until, they've gone too far into the illness. So it does take some time to fix
Bring
it.
your mic up closer. There you go. So when you talk, you work with crystals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to play devil advocate here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I can see you're all ready for that. So if I come in with full of a lot of anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't sleep, are you a crystal worker too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so are you? So we can ask questions, right? So you'll answer. I'm going to tell you that. I know crystals work, but anyway, I like playing the devil's advocate. See, but if I come in full of anxiety and I can't sleep, what would you recommend for a crystal?
Well, it depends on the reason for that. There's so many different reasons for that. Normally, I would do like a rose quartz. It helps calm the heart and the heart chakra down, which is a lot of causes anxiety. A lot of people feel it here. Other things that I would use, like an amethyst. Put an amethyst under the pillow, because the amethyst is very spiritual crystal, and it's very calming. So things like that. Again, depending upon where it's coming from. If it's coming down from a lower chakra, it's either a hematite for grounding or like a red tiger's eye. Those kinds of crystals.
And you?
I would recommend amethyst.
Okay. So you kind of recommend the same kind of stone, crystal, not stone, because that's an insult to crystals, right? But do you do it differently than what she would be doing?
Probably because we're different.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And when you do Reiki energy, I'm sure you do it differently than I do. Okay,
Probably, yeah.
You do Reiki energy as well. So I call it the spiritual energy because I have never gone to classes for it. Nor did you go to classes?
I did take a Reiki 1 and 2 class.
Yeah. And you?
Yes, it was an attunement.
Yeah. The person who was going to. Are you a Reiki too? Are you a Reiki master?
No.
Oh, well,
No,
okay.
1 and 2.
Okay. Because my friend and I love her dearly. We're very good friends. And she said, I'll tell you what, you do the readings and I'll do the Reiki. You don't try to do the Reiki. Because I cannot conform. And I'll bet you two, even though you might have taken 1 and 2 or 1 and 2, I bet we all do it in a different way.
We all have different energies. We all have our
Right.
own. So
Yeah.
And plus your teacher is different.
correct.
I don't like it when I hear someone say, oh, I got my master's in 48 hours. And I look at them and go, how can you get your master's in 48 hours? When most of the Reiki practitioners or most Reiki teachers will say, you got to work at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that? Are
I
you a
agree.
teacher as well?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Are you?
No.
But I always would tell, are you a teacher? No, you're not. But it takes at least a year to get your master's. And I went to a convention down here at the Radisson Hotel, and these guys are all, I'm watching, they're buzzing through there. I go, wow, what are they learning? The first time I ever had Reiki, it was like an icebox, and now I love it. You could never, ever. So if you got a free time and you're in there, I may be trucking over to you to get a Reiki energy tune-up, maybe. I don't think you could ever have too much, can you?
I don't know. I like Reiki. I like energy healing. I just had a tuning fork healing.
Tuning fork?
Tuning forks, yep.
Oh, yeah, I had that before.
I'm doing that again the end of July. I think it's July 21st.
Yeah, I got to find a person that's tuning my forks. Would they come on the show?
I don't know. We can talk to her about that.
Yeah, okay.
I talked to her about my energy.
There you go. My name is have her email or send me her name or something. I like different energy healers. I want to go back to the old way I used to do it, And this used to be very spiritual, very community-minded. And this is what I want to get back to. I kind of got lost this way, so I got to get back into it. And when you do your jewelry, how long does it take, or does it depend on what you're making?
Yeah, it depends on what I'm making.
Self-taught?
Mostly. I like to look at what other people do and then just let it go and do my own thing, kind of being inspired by what they do, but I don't tend to follow necessarily their
That's
way
cool.
of doing it. Yeah.
So you're an originalist. I think it's a new word.
Mm-hmm.
Originalist. I don't even know what it is. If it's a word, but that's all right. Now, have you ever woke up like at 2 o'clock in the morning to get inspired to make jewelry?
Not recently.
Really? Seriously?
But I am, when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about it and dreaming about it and planning things out often. So I don't necessarily wake up, but I know it's happening while I'm sleeping.
So your subconscious mind is keeping you active, right?
Right, yeah.
Because your subconscious mind doesn't ever sleep.
Right.
You don't allow, for some reason, you're not allowing your subconscious mind to rest. Okay? Because even when you get up, you don't require a lot of sleep. But when it hits you, then you really do. But I mean, throughout, you don't really require a lot.
I require a lot of sleep.
But your subconscious mind isn't letting you.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, do you ever have an inspiration and wake up and have to do something like some kind of a herbal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Like 2 or 3 o'clock, or writing your book.
Well, I wouldn't say that early. I mean, there are times that I wake up at 1 in the morning and I can't go back to sleep, and there are times that I wake up at 4 and I can't go back to sleep. And it's usually something that's popped into my head that I have to do.
Exciting, isn't it?
It is.
Kind of sputtering when you first wake up, right? You know. I see you have a new book.
I do.
This is a new one?
That's my new one, yes.
Okay. You want to tell people about it?
It is Herbal Antibiotics for the Beginners. It's a beginner's guide to herbs. If you don't know much about herbs or how to incorporate them into your body, this is a good book for that. It also goes into the different organ systems and the herbs that are good for those. After every herb, there's also a recipe on how to incorporate that into your body.
How long did it take to make that?
It's been going for a good 2 years.
So it doesn't come overnight, right?
No, not necessarily. Some things do, but it was a program that I had started to work on for a place that I had worked at for a while, and I was going to be teaching it weekly. And once I left there, I said, I have all this information. I might as well do something with it.
I actually see you go, and this has just come in when you have permission. Whatever. I actually see you go to Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Yeah. You have a passport?
No.
I would probably encourage you to get one. Okay, because when the books that you're writing, they're coming from the heart. Okay, you'll go with her, right? If she needs a companion, you'll go. There you go. You'd go too, right? I could see that gleam in her eye there, But I wouldn't be at all surprised if you go to Vancouver. I don't know what's that about you when you go into a convention or something. Believe me, you keep writing the way you are, you're going to become very well known. The one thing I like about you is you're never going to lose your modesty.
That's a good thing.
Okay. I don't see you becoming like a big celebrity like that.
Yeah, I have learned to put the ego aside.
What was her name, the psychic Brown?
Sylvia?
Sylvia Brown, yeah. I don't know of anybody that can write a book in 1 week and then put it out. A friend of mine, Dr. Kevin Ross Emery, and I, we both just didn't have any respect for her for that doing. You just can't sit there. Well, I guess you can if you got enough people working for you, right? And her voice was very harsh and very unemotional. I suppose when you get to that status that you can. I don't never want to be that good. I'm happy with my little show here, and I'm glad that you're coming on. And I'm glad that and this is what I'm happy about. And allowing other people to get known. And I think this is what we should be doing. You agree? And one thing that, how did you get into doing? There we go.
How did I get into doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I had issues that the medical community was not taking care of. I had chronic migraines for years. I had ovarian cysts every month that would burst, and very, very painful. And I had other issues. I was diagnosed with severe depression when I was younger, and they really weren't doing anything about it. And I think the medication was actually making it worse. And I kept going back to them and said, medication's not working. What can you do for me? And they're saying, we don't know what's wrong with you, but here, keep taking this. And I finally had it, and I knew I had begun collecting crystals while I was in high school, and I knew that there was energies behind them, and I knew there was something there. So it kind of gave me the push to get into the more natural ways of doing things. But once I started school, I couldn't stop. I just kept going. I helped myself.
Oh, you're not done yet.
I helped myself, and then once I got through my certification programs, I actually wanted to go on to help other people.
You're doing a tremendous job.
Thank you.
You know, you may not realize even now, even though I mean, I'm off the wall. I'm the first one to admit it, but it's a good energy. It really is good. Okay, like Monday, I was really, and I'm always amazed that my partner didn't leave me. That's how bad it was. What would you recommend as a doubter? I don't mean that, but you know what I'm saying.
As a
to keep me calmer.
To keep you calmer. Most of the time, I would either tell people to take either some valerian root or some kava kava, or hold some crystals on them, or do some deep breathing or meditation. I mean, there's many different ways to do it. The way I teach my clients is there's no one way. There's a wide variety of ways to help you, and it's not just one thing. When you're trying to change your lifestyle, you don't change just one thing. You don't just exercise. You don't just change your eating habits. You have to change, your mindset. You have to change the way you think about things. You have to make sure that everything's positive instead of negative. There's all kinds of combinations that has to work.
So, so because I wouldn't even eat. That's how bad it was. And I'm very spoiled. And no matter what I said, it was like everything he did. I think unfortunately I took it out on him, and I shouldn't have. So then I had to learn how to become humble. We are all very good at telling people what to do. Am I right? I'm very good at it. And now you are, right? How many can we honestly say we practice what we tell other people?
I can't say all the time. There are times that my boyfriend will, if I'm not feeling well or I'm feeling down or a little fatigued, he'll be like, "What do you tell your clients?" So yeah, we tend to take care of other people better than we take care of ourselves.
Yep. How about you?
Yeah, I do practice what I preach, but I can't say all the time. No. And I definitely need to more.
And one of the big, when I forgot to do bird sage. I'm a big sage bird. I'm a true believer in using sage. Do you use sage at all?
I do.
You? And I forget to use it. And that's when I find my anxiety getting going. And then in my mind, that's okay, they don't like it. It's like for being a child, when I knew I wasn't well liked, I knew I wasn't respected. Also, all this drama. And I'm a big drama queen. I'll be the first one to admit it, But I had to learn how to handle it, like you had to learn. This is why
you actually have to let go of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm having a hard time with that. Even though I think I've got it going, I still have a hard time with it, You have a flashback?
Do I have flashbacks?
Yeah.
I try not to.
And does it happen?
I'm going to say probably.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I had one today.
And that's, and then again, sometimes, that's like my dream that I have coming true. I have to say, wow, from the past, I wasn't the best kid in the world, I was drunk, all that other stuff. But I look at today, I keep saying, well, do I really deserve what I have here? Do I appreciate what I have? I hope I do. And I feel you're the same way, am I right? Because, do you ever think about that?
I have. But I've come a long way from where I was. So I do believe, and like I said, I don't want to be self-centered or anything like that. But I do believe that I got here because I worked really, really hard for it. And I'm really, really good at what I do.
I love that confidence. I really do. How about you?
What's the question?
Do you feel that you cannot believe that from where you've been to where you are today, you have a hard time sometimes accepting that?
I accept it, for sure. Oops, sorry. I accept it, but I am kind of blown at where I am today.
Yeah, and once in a while I'll say, wow, do I really deserve it? And the Spirit said, if you don't think you deserve it, I can take it away. I'll go, no. I don't want to lose. How about you?
Well, yeah. I like where I am today. I'm calm. I've got more wisdom, more enlightenment.
And would you agree that we need that to be where we are today? There's nothing in my life that I would change. Would you?
Well, the timeline could be a lot shorter.
Yeah. But we needed that. Because I can remember going outside and with Her Highness, my dog, she's the boss. She's like, and I could look and I said, what, I've had it. I was going to throw in the towel, and say, no, poor me. And also that showed me where I didn't want to go. A little room with the cockroaches. I go, no. Okay, I'll continue what I'm doing, Because there are just times when you get overwhelmed. Do you agree?
I agree.
How about you? You ever get overwhelmed?
Yeah.
I love you. One thing about you is that I like about you is that you have this very modest but quiet, peaceful calmness around you outwardly. Are you the same way inwardly?
Inwardly?
Inwardly, yeah.
Am I peaceful inwardly? Sometimes.
Is it different? Aren't we all actors and actresses? No, I guess you're just actors. No, there's no such thing.
Well, I think it depends on what you are in your stage
Right,
of life.
yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're in a moment, then yeah, you can be anxious and, you know, a lot of turmoil going on inside. And, you know, when you get a little older, sometimes you realize that, or you get better at the situation that you're in. You're like, it's not as stressful as I thought it was.
Right. You know, that's like when I lived in Laconia, and I believe me, my Laconia days were my day. But I said to myself, who would have ever thought that I'd be doing a TV show? I've been doing it now for almost 19 years.
Wow.
You know, and I said, well, you haven't grown, but I have grown. You know, I may not be on national TV. I don't want to be. I'm happy the way I am. I love having beautiful people like you and you. Oh God, it hurts me to be nice. You know, it really does. It hurts me to be nice. You know. No, I'm only kidding. And then I'm looking at a reality that's actually happening with the healing pause. And like, who would have knew 5 years ago would you have ever thought you were going to be as successful as you are?
Me or her?
You.
Me? No. When I first started this out, it was, you know, it was a tough time going because not a lot of people are into alternative ways of doing things just yet. So it's slow going. So, you know, there have been times that, you know, I've wanted to throw in the towel. And, you know, luckily I have, you know, somebody at home that's really, really supportive and has pushed me to do what my dreams are.
Once again, I'm going to ask you, there is a lady who is so proud that has passed, that is so unbelievably proud of you. Were you a rebel?
When I was younger,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I mean. You give your mother a hard time at times?
My mother, I didn't really live with my mother when I was younger. But
Well, she passed? Oh, okay. Who's the lady then?
the only lady that has passed in my life would be my mother-in-law.
Okay. But there's a lady, it could be a grandmother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because we don't, people
was,
don't
yeah.
understand, we don't have to know them. Okay. But she says, you have come. You know that song, I've come a long way, baby? Okay. She's so proud of you. She truly is. She said, from where you were so discouraging, or where you were like a lost sheep, so to speak, and that emotion, you were very emotional. Okay, depressed very easily, you know, and this stuff. And she said that she is so proud of the way you have become and what you're doing, that you didn't land. I don't want you to say, though, that you didn't land in jail, you did not become a drug addict or whatever, but you always made the right choices. But if people told you you couldn't do it, you were going to prove them wrong. This is what she said. And then there's a man that, if I may, for your permission, that's telling me that you too, he's trying to push his way in through. Spirits do that. You ever talk to spirits? You ever find they can get pushy? You know, you have to learn how to do. You know, and he's told me to tell you that you have reached far beyond even his expectations. That's why he's so proud of what you're doing. Okay, I don't know whether it's a dad or a grandfather, but somebody that's related to you. Okay, and he told me to tell you that he's so proud of you and keep up the good work. Okay, there's something about a teddy bear involved. Did you have a teddy bear as a child?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, do you know where it is?
I threw it away.
Okay. What if I told you there's an image of your teddy bear up there?
Oh, okay.
Okay, and don't you find that as spiritual beings like yourself and all, our journey is never easy, is it? You know, was your journey easy?
No.
No. And I love it when people say that, oh, they never had a problem and their lives are all like peaches and cream and all that. Then how can you help other people? If you haven't gone through, and I'm not saying they can't, don't misunderstand, but if they can't, haven't gone through the journeys that you and I have, or you have, then it's not. You can't go by a book. You know, we go by our own personal experience of well-being.
I totally agree with that. Yes.
Okay, and you know, and the one thing I tell people is, you have an option. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. That's fine. But you damn well better listen to what Spirit says. And how did you get into jewelry making?
Oh, it was just something I was passionate about. Mostly, I really like crystals, and I just wanted to do something with them. And actually, about 15 years ago, I remember looking for a pair of earrings, and I just wanted a bunch of crystals in like dangling, and I couldn't find them. And I did end up finding at one place, and they were like real genuine crystals, and they were really beautiful. But I remember realizing like, why is this so hard to find? And I just really wanted crystals there with me for the event that I was going to. And so I think that inspired me.
You and I get upset. It's very hard to find a male ring. And I don't care, any event you go to.
In crystals?
In crystals.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's almost impossible.
Okay.
And I also think that's what I'm saying to you. Hint, hint, hint.
Yeah.
But it is. Like even in a jewelry store, like you go to the funky Walmart stores, you know. Even though I got these here, it was
I was
very
going to say
hard.
diamonds are crystals.
Yeah, you know. Well, that's my engagement, so you know. But it's very hard to find them. It really is, unless you spend a lot of money, and I'm cheapo, you know. But if more events would sell, I have a feeling if more people hint, there again, you know.
I make a lot of customized jewelry for
Do you?
men. For men too. Yes.
Really? Ooh. You hear that, folks? You have a website?
I have a Facebook page.
Okay, how would you get to that?
It's Peace's Meditation Healing Room.
Okay. Your phone number's on there, and your order number's on there, whatever they want, okay?
And a lot of photographs of your jewelry.
And you?
Website?
Yeah.
natureswayholistichealth.com.
Is that one where somebody's doing a pole dance?
That's exactly what that is.
All right. Yeah, my website there, as Laura used to say, you know. I don't know what I'd ever do if somebody actually come up and said they're doing a pole dance. I'd probably have a heart attack.
Probably.
But actually, a pole dance can be very artistic if they do it the right way. The sad part is people, you know, they usually labeled it as sleazy bars, you know.
It's also amazing exercise.
It really
It
is.
is. They have classes that teach
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Right down here in the mill yard, they have it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In the mill yard?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they used to. I don't know if they should. And at that time, I was going to go do it, but I thought it was too pretty and my belly was too fat. So, you know. But when you do, now, do you do numerous amount of jewelry at one setting, or do you?
I've actually made a lot, and Scott's Jewelers on Amherst Street, Fine Jewelers, Fine Jewelers, they have a display of my.
Oh, you're gonna have a lot more.
So- what
on
city?
Amherst Street in Nashua.
Scott's,
Scott's Finest Jewelers.
where about is that located? In downtown Nashua, or
On Amherst Street on
Okay.
101A.
that goes from,
Yeah.
Yeah, just say the name of the jewelry store.
you know, because like I
Scott's
come up
Fine
around
Jewelers.
exit 7 and then go up. So is it below 7?
I actually haven't been there. I meet up with the owner at my office.
And where's your office?
It's in Merrimack, New Hampshire.
It's
that light upon the Lotus.
Are you with Kimberly?
Yes.
Oh, okay. She's a sweetheart.
Yes, she's
you
great.
know. I'm hoping she'll respond back to me. You know, I like her a lot, and that's okay to her. People, and you know, I'm used to that anyway. I'm too blunt and too forward. I'm not changing my personality.
So apparently when he asked if you were a rebel, you know, when you did your book, because you're going against Western medicine. So if I were to go to my doctor, when I go to my doctor, should I ask my doctor if he's into alternative medications, what his opinion is on it? Because I need to find a couple of new doctors.
You could and you should. A lot of the newer doctors that are coming out are more open to the alternative ways of doing things, more open. But they have to really be careful because, you know, the AMA and the pharmaceutical companies are, go hand in hand. So a lot of the times that doctor will be threatened to lose their license if they go towards more of the alternative stuff.
Yeah, I have a very good friend of mine who's a doctor out of Massachusetts. He almost lost his license because he was talking about the alternative medications. So, and I think I think he's going to go more into the alternative medication because he's tired of being told through the, like you just said, thank you for talking about that, the AMA is pro against it, you know, because let's be honest, the pharmaceutical company are not making money, you know.
Right.
And so anything that's going like that too, you know. And I also think that one of the most important things, we can give them all the herbs or the medication or whatever you want to do, but the most important thing is we have to listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
We have to listen, like what you do with the kids that you take care of, you know.
What, we have to listen to the doctor?
No, listen to the patient, the client.
Oh, exactly. Well, like I said, the doctor that I had seen today was the first time that I saw her, and that was one of the things that I asked her is how her opinion on holistic medicine and holistic healings, you know, energy healings, Reiki, because I don't like to take Tylenol or Advil and I won't take it. You know, and a lot of the medications that the doctor prescribes to me, I won't take because I don't like what they do to my body. I'd rather have something.
I like
know.
your necklace, by the way.
Thank you. Shameless plug.
Yeah, is that what you got from the
Sticks and Stones,
Sticks and Stones? I got to see if they want to set up a table too, you know.
Hampstead, New Hampshire.
Yeah, yeah. But that's like me. I mean, the doctor gave me all these high blood pressure pills. I did take it. There are some times when you need to have the Western, and you're not opposed to that. I mean,
No,
your
I mean, in an
medications-
emergency situations,
Yeah.
by all means,
Yeah.
you know.
and
I mean,
you,
I
and
think,
you
but-
you can't heal a bone. You know,
Right.
put a cast on or whatever. You know, they should learn. People, if you would, I think you'll agree with me that the Western and what you do, they have to learn how to balance. They have to learn how to balance out. You know what I'm saying? This friend of mine, like I said, he's ready to leave the medical field. Okay, that's like I love Reiki energy. I cannot get enough of it. You know, like when I went and had my eyes operated on, you know, and they did the Reiki energy on me, my friend Bob, and I was blind for 7 years, you know, and I know glasses and the white cane and all that, you know, and I was always almost blind all my life, and also what happened, and Scott was so great, you know, and then I went into the Elliott Hospital to the day surgery, and it's unbelievable, within 15 to 20 minutes, I had my eyesight. It's amazing how quickly it can be done, you know, and wow. And I looked at my friend, I said, oh, you're ugly. I looked at the three ladies, I said, you're kind of cute. And she said, but you're gay. I said, but don't tell anybody, you know. But it was just so amazing what you could do. And it was quicker, and they said it was quicker because I had that Reiki energy done. And then when I went to have my heart checked, you know, they're like, oh, you got to go. My friend, once again, gave me Reiki energy, and when it's supposed to take an hour and a half, it only took a half hour. And it's, would you recommend Reiki energy?
A Reiki for
Anybody?
anybody? Absolutely.
How about you?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
You know you can't do Reiki energy in a Catholic hospital?
You can.
A lot
No, you
more
can't.
hospitals are
The
going
bishops
for
say
it.
no.
I used to work at St. Joseph's Hospital.
Yeah, but they don't let you anymore.
That's actually where I got attuned.
Because the one up here at CMC,
Yeah.
and now because the bishop says no, it's the devil because they can't see what the Reiki energy is now. That's a new, as of last, 5 years ago? You know?
I think that
I
a lot
think it's
more
the people's
hospitals
choice.
are allowing
Elliot does.
sound healing
Yeah.
and meditation and Reiki and energy healing. I think they're kind of pushing towards it because it's not the medication.
And the,
You know, I mean, using it
well,
both
I'm just saying
together.
that, I'm just saying that the Catholic, because the bishops don't agree with it because they can't see, touch. They're probably because they're not making any money either, you know. But unless the patient will request it, they cannot do it. Because it's against, well, you know what? If you really want to get you can't see God, but you know He's there. Or spirit, you know, I call it the universal spirit. You know, you can't see that, but yet it's there. Okay. I will also tell you, if I may, I'm so glad that you're doing the holistic, whatever it is, you know, natural, whatever, you know what I mean, natural. Because believe it or not, at 12 years old, you died and came back to life.
12? Don't remember that far back, but okay.
Okay. You had some kind of sickness around you, and everybody was ready to give up hope except one woman who spiritually came over. And that's where you got the idea of being a self-healer. You believe you can heal your own body?
I do.
You?
Oh, sure.
Me too.
Mind over body.
Yep. Yeah. That's like when I went to the doctor, the lady put that little, I call it the clothespin that they put on your finger now, and she didn't have it on right. My heart rate was 33. I said, I should have been dead by now or taken to the hospital or whatever. Then the doctor accused me of smoking. I said, I haven't smoked in 3 years. Well, I smoked. My daughter-in-law did. And I said, well, I'm not smoking. He got really, I said, you know what, I don't need this. I'll go back and I'll heal myself. And I'll call on natural healers. They'll be surprised. I'll give you a call and say, you know what's going on or whatever. Folks, if you need any, if you have any questions, give us a call at whatever the number is.
640-3091. Again, that number is 640-3091. You can call and speak to Peace or call and speak to Jodie MacDonald.
That's right. Dr. Jodie MacDonald.
Dr. Jodie MacDonald.
Okay. It worked very hard to get that doctor title, didn't you?
I did.
I love the Fly My Night people. Oh, I'm a doctor. I know a lot of people that they're a doctor. Well, where'd you get your doctorate? Oh, online or whatever. But you worked hard for yours. You
I
went to
did.
a lot of
I did. I'm
schools.
still getting used to being called. It feels really strange to me,
But you earned it, didn't you?
I did. I worked very hard for it.
No, I'm turning back. You were actually a healer in your past life. This is what you're
I've
just
been told
carrying
that
on
before.
today. Okay. Same with you. You were a jewelry maker. A lot of times we'll carry on for what we did in the past life. We'll carry through. Okay. You were always in your past life. You were always an advocate for the less fortunate people. But at one time you were pretty mean to them. When I
I must have had PMS.
there you go.
Would you have something in here for that?
Actually, there is. And actually, I have some stuff in my office for that, too.
Well, I don't think that would help me.
No, that probably wouldn't help you.
Well, I don't know. You know what? Men do have change your life. And we also do have the
Moodiness.
monthly, we just do it in a different way,
Right.
okay? And so, when people, believe me, your hormones can change once a month or whatever. And we do go through the change your life like what the women that go through, like that too, And I'm a firm believer in that, Why shouldn't the women have to carry all the pain and all that? Like when my ex-wife was pregnant, I carried all the pain and all, and I think more men should do that. If a woman is nauseous and they're pregnant, and they can't really take a whole lot, right? I mean, I don't know. Do you have herbs that could help them?
I will generally recommend ginger for that.
Ginger?
Ginger is very good for nausea, especially during pregnancy.
Do you hear that, April? Ginger.
Or for motion sickness
As well, yes.
and for, motion sickness is like on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called in the plane?
It's
Is it motion sickness? Yeah, sickness, motion sickness, same thing?
Something like that.
I love to fly. I never got sick on a plane.
No?
No. I got right to mind.
My daughter's ears popped.
Really?
Yeah, and it took like 4 days for them to unpop.
Wow.
We tried everything.
Did you do the ear conings? Try and...
We didn't try that, but everybody that we ran into was having her do crazy things to try to get them to pop back.
Oh, everybody's got it. Like with the hiccups, everybody's got a theory how to take care of the hiccups, whatever. Actually, this woman, I used to have seizures. So I haven't had one now. I think I've had maybe one or two in the last 20 years. She gave me some kind of a natural herb that whenever I started to feel like I was going to come on or whatever, and would help me. And I don't know what it was today, but it had like a liquidish taste to it.
Like a licorice?
Yeah.
Anise?
Could be anise or it could be a licorice root, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Anise.
What is it?
Anise?
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
seeds.
I was getting sober, but it did work. So I prefer, like I said, you can't always feel when they're coming on, but now I've been able to do well with it. And when I do feel like anxiety coming on, I can start doing deep breathing. Like I'm amazed at like Monday when I was going through all that, then I didn't go into a seizure, I just have to start. We can control if we want to.
So I tell people, listen to your body. Listen,
I've
it
been
does speak to
listening.
you. There are signs that you do get, and then, if you don't listen to it, it will give you bigger signs, and if you don't listen to it, then something serious happens.
What's the name of your book?
The book is Herbal Antibiotics for Beginners.
Okay, and this is your second one?
This is my second book, yes.
And what was your first one? I know I got
Changing
that
Your
at home.
Life to Become a Better You.
Yeah, I got that at home.
Mhm.
Okay, and I actually read it. I don't read a lot of books.
Mhm.
I have a hard time when I read a book. I have to read it 5 times, then I forget. Unless it's like a true detective or somebody. I love true detective stories like Anne Rule. You ever read her book?
No.
Oh, fantastic. She writes about like when that woman who killed her 3 children, and Farrah Fawcett played in that role, and all that. And one of the things I do know about you is you were in one of your past lives, you were a celebrity.
I was, huh?
You really were, and you worked with a lot of celebrities. You were a very well-known healer, so this is what you're carrying on today. You're making up for a patient that was not your fault that had actually crossed over, okay? Like I said, I wish there was always a way that I could prove what I'm telling people. One thing I would also tell you, don't tell me, I'll get it. Peacefulness. There we go, peace. There we go. And if you go and you look at the pyramids, you would be able to see that you actually lived in that era. There would be something in that era that you would recognize.
If I went there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in the history books or whatever. With you, I would tell you look through the English books on the healing of medicine.
English?
In English, yep. You're hopeless. No, and actually with you, if you look in the history book of Australia, you would probably see a lot of things you might have been there in past life. And so with me, I go into the Scotland area. So we all can go back into our peaceful lives again. Okay, and folks, and I'm so excited. These two are going to be speakers. She didn't know that yet, and hypnotherapy and all that. So with your jewelry, we'll put that, as well. And you're going to be speaking on how to heal thy body. Okay. You are not a healer. You are a tool to heal people.
Correct.
Right? Same with you. Same with you. Right? People, nothing irritates me. Anyone says, I'm a healer. One lady really got mad at me about off the show. I go, no, we're all instruments. I do counseling, okay? And that's part of it. That's the way I help heal people. You do it with the natural ingredients. Does that make sense? You do it with your Reiki energy and your jewelry. You do it by soothing people's nerves, by helping people to calm down and learn how to like themselves. Does that make sense to you? Okay. You also do work out of a store in Hampstead?
I work out of the center in
And
Hampstead.
the center. You want to tell people the name of it?
It's Infinite Journey in Hampstead, New Hampshire.
And it,
We're actually having a psychic wellness fair on July 21st.
and that is, you said it's in Hampstead?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have hamsters there?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Actually, Hampstead has one of the best psychiatric hospitals
Do they?
in New England here. Absolutely. I have a lot of friends that went there. They created a lot of work. But they don't baby them either. Hey, I got to tell you this story, then I'll shut up for a little while, let you do some more talking, okay? I actually applaud. I went over to this mother, and I gave her a thing. I said, you are an awesome mother. Her son was bad-mouthing her, and all of a sudden I heard this crack in the back of the head. And boy, she said, when I tell you you're going to do something, you're going to do it. Do I make myself very clear, or do I need to give you a little lesson again? And this kid was like 12 and 13 years old. She didn't beat on him. She just gave him a quick step. I'm a firm believer in spanking, And even though I got beaten, but my son never got spanked. But I think a beating is one thing. A spanking is something different, And I hate the new psychology saying, oh, you've got to give them a choice. Do they want to continue to do the bad behavior they're doing, or will they stop for you? And I used to follow Dr. Spock's book like there was no tomorrow until I ended up realizing, you know what, that's garbage. Use your own intuitions. And, so one of the things that I want to, I'm going to calm down here, to express to you is that you have an office, and it's in Merrimack.
No, my office is in Drake.
Where's that?
Massachusetts.
Oh.
Just over the border.
Is
Literally.
that far from you?
Half hour.
Oh, that's not far. With you, it'd be 20 minutes. And you have your own private office, or you?
I do.
Okay. And the address is?
1350 Lakeview Ave. It's Unit 1, second floor in Drake.
Okay. And your hours?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I'm available 9 to 6. Wednesdays, 9 to 2.
So you just made it here.
You're not open on the weekends?
Not right now. During the summer and weekends, we generally tend to go away a lot. We have a place up in Maine that we go to. That's only open during the summer, so we try and get up there as my Zen place. But during the winter, if the need arises, I do open on a set on.
So it would
Saturday
be
and
appointment only?
by appointment only.
Be prepared to be open on the weekends. And during the week. Be prepared to be 7 days a week for a while.
7.
You're gonna, the uncles here in Massachusetts, and the government will smile at you because you have to pay the sales tax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so they're gonna smile, keep selling, you know. We like that money, you know. And you have a store of your own.
I'm at Light Upon the Lotus. That's on the Daniel Webster Highway,
And there's a phone number.
In Merrimack?
Merrimack, New Hampshire.
You're not too far from Malcolm Fillion, you know.
Oh.
One of my best friends, you know. And if things work out right, he's going to make it a personal appearance at the event too. So he always says he's a cool guy. And so, do you ever do a phone call if somebody talks to you on the phone?
I'd rather do Skype appointments. I do. I have the availability to do Skype because sometimes when you're talking to somebody, especially when you're trying to help them, you want to see kind of what their mannerisms are, what their energy looks like. But I have done phone. I do keep in contact with my clients weekly by
Really?
email. Yeah, I do have them check in.
So, wow. So you just don't have a client, oh, we're going to do this. So you follow up with them.
Oh, absolutely.
That is awesome. I like doing that, me as well.
Mm-hmm.
You do the same thing?
Follow up on my
Yeah.
clients.
See how they're doing, how they like to do it, or if you do Reiki, or if you do hypnosis or whatever.
I try to. I can't say I'm 100% on
No,
that.
yeah.
I should do better with that, but it is good to follow up with them. It's probably the secret to it all. It's following up
And
so
then
people don't
that
feel
means that,
alone.
like, when I do readings, okay, I always tell them, you know, if you have any questions, give me a call or email. And once I do the readings and they have questions, unless I'm going to do a whole half hour, but usually I don't charge for that, you know, unless it becomes repetitious. I use a big word. Big Lori would be proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Lori? She's a sweetheart. I kind of miss her in a way, but we both have our own path to go. And but I think that anybody that, I mean, I know so many people just do readings and that's it. They don't follow up. I'm sorry, I can't do it that way. And if you would do a reading, I know you would follow up too. And I think that's what we should be doing. Isn't that the honest spiritual way?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of something else to say here. I'm running out of things to say, so I'll put it over to you for a while.
Are you?
Yeah.
So on your hypnosis, how do you acquire your clients? And what is your ideal client?
So a lot of my clients come from, I used to work at the Holistic Self-Care Center in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Barb.
Mm-hmm. And so I kind of carried a lot of them over from there. And then I share the office with Kimberly, and she puts out a meetup, and I also have the Facebook page, and I actually do bark.com, so I get clients from bark.com.
Is
What's
that?
that? I'm sorry.
It's a website.
Is it geared towards dogs?
No, has nothing to do with dogs. I mean, as far as so it just helps people who are looking for a service to be matched up with someone of that service. I looked it up before I actually signed up for it, and there's a lot of mixed reviews on it, but I still went ahead and did it, and I've gotten a lot of clients from that.
So it's successful?
It has been for me.
And how's the meetup been?
Not bad.
Not as successful as the bark?
No, not as successful as the bark.
Now, do you do hypnosis on animals?
I've done Reiki on animals. And do you know what? I have actually kind of done. So I actually saw a client at his house to fly safely, to feel comfortable flying on a plane. And I hypnotized him for that, and he did successfully fly comfortably on the plane. But he also got in touch with me afterwards and said, "Did you know my bird was having trouble flying, and after that session, flew."
Really?
Yes. So that was interesting.
So the bird had a little anxiety about flying?
Yes. I don't know what it was about the bird not flying, but apparently after that session, they both flew comfortably.
Well, that's because his anxiety was gone because of what you did.
Yeah, and it's energy too. You know, I mean, they may or may not understand what you're saying, but the energy behind it in pictures in your mind, it can be. We could all share those type of thoughts and images. If I'm thinking something, she may actually just pick up what I'm thinking, and so it may be that for the bird to now fly comfortably.
So would he have to take a hypnosis session, the first couple of times he flew, or is
He
it
only
one and
needed
done?
one session. I don't think I've ever done it twice. Usually once for the flying safely. Comfortably.
And he flies a lot now?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's like always, but
Right.
he would now when he wouldn't before.
Yeah, when I got hypnotized the first time, I didn't really allow it to work, but I went to a past life experience, and it was exciting. I found out I was part of the Robert E. Lee Confederate Army Lieutenant Colonel, and I was killed. Then another time I was part of the spiritual Indian guide for the Canadian French to go like that. I guess I was always pretty violent like that, So, but then I said, but what people don't realize, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that you control as a person. You can stop this at any time.
Stop what?
In other words, when you're hypnotizing
Yeah.
someone, if they decide they don't want it.
Oh yeah, you can't force someone to be hypnotized.
No.
No. So if I'm hypnotizing someone, let's just say to live a healthier lifestyle, and I suggest that they quit drinking, but they were like, "Oh, I didn't come here to quit drinking." They don't quit drinking. You know what I'm saying? They can get just what they want out of it. So if I give a suggestion that's not aligned with what your goal is, it doesn't get through.
Well, that's right, because I had to do a cigarette. I wanted to stop cigarette, but I was so afraid I'd have to, and this is honest, that I would have to give up my pot smoking. So I said, I'm not going to be hypnotized. But then I went and studied it. I found out, and now I am so glad that I actually had it done here. But you have to want it. Do you hypnotize, Sue?
No.
No, okay.
But I think that's with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the Reiki, if you
yeah.
go and, even though you go for a session, if you don't really want it, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, and that's like reading. Always when you're hypnosis, you are always in control. You can allow it to work with it or not. Say with your capsules. So I got it right.
Capsules.
See that? Right. Yay. But if you don't want it to work, it's not gonna. I could take 100 high blood pressure pills. If I don't want it to work, it's not gonna work. Mind over matter.
Well, that's why you charge.
That's
To
why you
make
charge
sure
for
that they're really there for what they want, and also
Yeah, I want a lot of money. Pay me now. Charging you now. Oh, you mean
However, the herbs will work whether or not you want them to, because they
Really?
they
As long
work-
as you take them.
They work at the cellular level. They get into the cells and they clean the cells out. That's,
a person won't align with the herbs if it's not meant for them. So
Right.
if it comes into their life, it does align with them, so they are ready to accept it.
What is the biggest problem you ever had in hypnosis with
The
people?
biggest problem?
Yeah.
Problem? I don't know.
Can you put anybody under? Or do you have people that are afraid to go?
So most people can be hypnotized. Someone who's very, very old or has a mental issue where they just can't focus at all, then they can't be hypnotized. But besides that, basically anyone.
That's the true, you have to really want to.
And you have to want to. So you can be hypnotized, but you just may not take in the suggestions.
One thing I
It's very
know
natural
20 years
state.
ago when I was giving up drinking, it was not meant to.
No, I agree. That's true. It has to be what they want.
Right.
It's just a natural state. It's really the meditative state, and when you're in that relaxed state and you have a goal that you want and you're there, then being in that relaxed state, you're open to the suggestions, and it sticks with your subconscious mind.
It is now time for our trivial question.
Did he put it up on the screen? 'Cause I didn't see it. Oh. I forgot.
I haven't put it on the board. I hope he's there.
Maybe not.
Paul, there we go.
Okay. Who sang That'll Be the Day, and what year was it released? And the number is 640-3091. Again, that number is 640-3091. If you know the answer to who sang That'll Be the Day.
Yep, there you go. And what year?
And what year it was released.
First call gets a 10-minute reading. You cannot participate. Nor can you. So, come on, folks, if you know the answer, give us a call. That lady last week was pretty excited, huh?
Yeah.
The one that called
Yeah, the
last
one that,
week,
yeah.
You know, and it's fun. You know, I like doing that, you know. So, and that'll be the day. And my son, if he'd answer, he'll call and say, don't sing.
I got the video if you want to play it right now.
Sure.
So
It's a
is it going
song.
to give away
I'll
the
get to it
answer?
right now.
No.
No.
No,
Okay, no.
it's just the song. It's not the
okay.
it's not the artist.
Okay.
Good, okay.
It's not the artist.
It's not the name.
Okay, come on, get them phone lines ringing. Need the first one. Okay,
The
folks.
artist in the year.
The artist and the year. Yeah. I know somebody out there knows it, don't you? Yeah. We can do it, right?
We can.
You know. Then we'll get a free dance here from.
Oh, no, it's a 10-minute reading from you.
Oh, no free dance?
No free
No
dance.
free dance. Oh, well. We used to dance on my show.
Did you?
Yeah, we used to have people with any music coming on. You know, we used to get up there and dance. And, you know, a couple of minutes. Yeah, I want my show to be fun, and I want it to be lively. And that's like what, you know, a lot of the guests would come on, we'd dance. And we had this gentleman. up there now. His name is Howie. He didn't come in and put on the old time tunes. You know, he didn't sing one what do you call it, karaoke. He was like in his 80s, 85, 86 years old. And I always remember, he says, Norman, if I'm coming on your show, I want at least 15 minutes. I go, okay, you know. But that's what we're all about. Our show should not be serious.
If you want it to be fun, it should be fun. If you want it to be serious, it should be serious.
Depends on the topic.
Depends on the topic, the time, and who you have on.
Yeah. Could you picture me being serious?
No.
Could you picture me being serious?
No.
Even more. I tried, and I tried to go, oh, no. Nothing was any harder than trying to be serious, okay? Come on, folks, get these phones ringing. I bet you two know the answer. And we didn't tell you. I bet you know the answer.
I do.
Okay. So, folks, I know that my director does. But unfortunately, he can't tell us either. Till we get it right, folks.
And he is ineligible to win.
Ineligible to win. You know, you can all do it. You know.
Somebody's calling. I heard a phone.
Mary. I don't know if he'll come in on. Okay, try it.
I don't know. No. He's
Oh,
talking
that's
to
right.
her.
He takes care of it, right?
Yeah, he talks first,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he'll let us know.
Yep. So, how many years have you been doing hypnosis?
Over 15.
2 years. Okay, one. There you go.
Norm's Community Corner. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing very good. Okay.
Yeah.
You got
I
the.
love that song. I used to know the DJ that you heard out of me with Buddy Holly.
Okay, in what year?
Well, he came out in 59, or you can take 58.
No. The year is wrong, Mary.
They came out in 67.
There you go. Did he say 67?
She said 67.
No,
But
no.
he did come out in 1958 or 59 when he first came out, and then they redone it over in 67.
Okay, but the actual original one, Mary, that the year is wrong on that. Okay. But
That's when I bought mine.
oh yeah, but the
45 when they came out.
yeah, but the original I can't say because we got to wait for somebody else
Yeah.
to see if they get that done. Say, Mary, we got Mary's our bean maker. Okay, she's the one. I got these two lovely ladies here are going to be at the event as well, Mary.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
That's
and,
great.
yeah.
You finally got your CD.
I
after
did.
3 times.
I did, thank you.
Yeah, okay. And one of the things that, and Mary, Mary is going to be in charge of the food, so if you want to make something to donate to the raffle, would appreciate, or if you want to donate some jewelry, would appreciate that too. And so, Mary, we're almost filled up on the readers.
Great.
You know, so I think it's going to be a bigger and better one. What do you think?
I think it's going to be very good.
Yeah,
It really is going to take off.
Yeah, and the people have to know that Mary doesn't make any money and I don't make any money, okay?
No.
Readers or
As long as
whatever
it's for
they
the
do.
animals, I don't care.
No, you know. And, yeah, and one thing that we do know, and that Mary's going to help me with too, is that no smoking anywhere near the church. You'd be amazed at how many people they may stand outside, but the smell still goes into it. So I'm going to make them stand in a little corner by themselves, like little boys who are doing something wrong, you know. So, Mary, how you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. So we all set for Saturday for the cookout?
Yep.
All righty. Okay. I'll give you a call and let you know what time, okay?
Alrighty, that
Okay.
sounds good.
And, excuse me. But I also know, Mary, that I bet you, do you have anything, any capsules, there again, I got it right, that help with diabetes?
Diabetes?
Yeah,
Yes,
you do.
I do.
And Mary diabetic sometimes.
Type 2?
What type, are you type 2,
I
Mary?
take 5 shots. I take 5 shots a day.
Holy cow.
You know, and that Mary says, I read it on there, and I'll say too, is that the pharmaceutical company will give away free needles to the heroin addicts and the cocaine, but yet the people who are on fixed income or whatever, they have to pay for it. That's something wrong with our medical system.
That is something wrong, yes.
There really is. And
Now, Mary, even though you've lost quite a bit of weight, did your dosage go up or down?
Right now, it's still, for me, it's good. It's staying right around maybe 119, 126. Right now, usually it hits over 300 to 400 at times.
wow.
Is she on insulin?
Yeah.
Are you taking
I'm on
insulin?
insulin. Yeah, I take insulin 5 shots a day.
And for a type 2?
For type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, 5 shots. I take insulin.
You
I
should be on
take 2
insulin.
shots in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 just before supper, and 1. It depends when my sugar's at night before I go to bed. If it's too high, then I'll take a shot, so I end up taking 6 shots a day. If it's too high.
That kind of aggravates me when people say they're on insulin, because type 2 diabetics, they're not a lack of insulin. They actually already have too much insulin in their bodies. It's just not getting into the cell to take it out. So basically what you're doing is you're adding insulin to somebody that already has so much insulin, and that's what causes a lot of the damage, like neuropathy.
She almost was going to go for kidney dialysis.
Dialysis?
Right. Right, Mary?
Yeah.
They were gonna,
Yeah, because my kidney shut down twice on me.
Oh my goodness, you got to filter those kidneys.
my friend who had that happen, he was diabetic, and he thinks that because he took the shot, I mean, he didn't care where he took it in front of everybody, which I thought was, ugh. But he would drink 2 liter of Pepsi or 2 liter of Diet Coke or whatever. Then he'd take the shot and think he'd be all better. Then he ended up going to have kidney dialysis, and the blood was so thick it would clog up the machine, you know. And then again, he wouldn't watch what he ate. You know, Mary is very careful what she eats. Right, Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you have to, you know.
Yeah, you definitely
Really
have
do.
to.
Yeah.
Let me look into some things. I know I have some stuff in the office that I can either send up to you or something.
Yeah, you're coming on next month, the 19th.
Yes, I'll bring some then.
Wow. You got another guest that might be silent. She'll probably come on together or come on later on, right? Peace, Mary, would come on to your show too. Let's go to a volunteering. But it's good publicity, you know. See, this station is more like political and religion. And this is why I like the show that we do, because it's not that way, you know. And Mary's isn't either.
Mary shows.
No, there's no more of that. I'm just fed up with it, you know.
Yeah, you know.
No more on my show.
No, you know the problem when people I made a mistake. I had a political show. I don't want to do that again. You know, I do have one candidate who's a good friend of mine that'll be coming on, but that's it. But as far as other political things, it got so carried away that even Paul was disappointed. It really did. It got so carried away that was like the old me. Being there again, and I don't want to go back to the old way. I'm doing the better part now, and I'm loving what I do, you know. And so, I'm going to tell Lori she was right, you know. And because I walked away, I was disgusted. I go, no, I'm not allowing myself to go back. I'm moving forward, and that's what I want to do. I like bringing in people like Mary's been on many times as a co-host. That's how she actually got started, huh, Mary?
That's right. And he kept saying, "Oh, come on, Mary, try it," and never went.
There you go. You know.
So you were a co-host, and now you have your own show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I started out with Noam.
Yep.
And Noam used to say, "Oh, come on, Mary, try it. You're going to like it." And I did.
And you do. You know, that's what I like about this. They must have it down where you live, right? Down in Drake there or whatever. You know, I would recommend anybody, if there's a local cable TV station down there, and I think they don't, go for it. Be on the air, like your jewelry or like what you do. Go for it. Be on the air and go and tell what the people what they want to hear. And whether it's a half hour, an hour, or 2 hours, you go and be. You know, when I first got into it, I'm a celebrity. I let it go to my head, and then, you know what? And then I had a rude awakening, saying, "No, you're there to help other people." The people,
you better be yourself.
right? And I learned the
It's true,
people.
Mary.
Yeah, the people are the guests. They're the stars. Like you're the star, and she's the star. I'm a provider, And the people that watch our shows, they're the guests. They're the ones. They're the stars. Does that make sense? You know, and boy, I had to learn that the hard way. I can remember looking in the mirror and the spirit saying to me, "Who the hell do you think you are?" I go, "Well, I'm the, really, I can take this away from you." And I walked out, and I was sitting back at the table. One of the ladies said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I just got scolded." And I looked at him and I said, "Folks, I came to a realization. I'm not the star." One of the ladies said, "This is the first. We got to put this on the," when you realize that you're not, that you're just a facilitator. I use another big word. See that? It's all coming from you, see, the energy, When we realize that you people are actually the stars and the people who are watching
that's right.
then our show can be successful, And I would encourage anybody out there to really watch the show, have their own show, And I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be a multi-millionaire. I'm not going to tell you, it's success. If success is within you, we don't get paid for it. In fact, I pay, but that's okay. I love it anyway, so. And one of the things about Mary is I do enjoy watching Mary's show. And I've been on her show. Boy, the time goes by so quickly. Have you been on her show?
I've been on her
Have
show,
you?
I like it like that.
Oh, yeah. It's different sitting over there than, or sitting over there where you are, And I'm still going to do that show where I'm going to be the guest over there and people can do the questioning.
Yeah, and then remember, no show next week.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Thank goodness. Yeah.
Hard, huh?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I don't know what I'm going to do. But at least I got a great show that can carry through the following week, And
That's right.
and folks, we are talking with Mary LeMay. She is the star of Cruising with Mary every
Yeah,
Thursday.
When I get done talking to you, I'm going to talk to this guy. He just sent me a message. And this guy here is what they call, he does Elvis.
Elvis impersonator.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got to get back to him and see when he can come on.
Okay, then.
Maybe you can have him at your fair.
Yeah, there
Walking
we go.
around singing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then, Mary. We'll let you go so you can talk to him.
All right.
All right.
I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, I'll talk to you when I get home.
Thanks for
Bye-bye
calling,
now.
Mary.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. She's a great person. She used to be my bodyguard.
Yes, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I'd get into a fight. She'd beat him up for me. Well, I don't want to break my nail, But Mary and I have been friends for a long, long time. And it was amazing how we met again, because she had a friend, her name was Addie, and I did a reading on him in a restaurant, her and some of her friends, and it really, and so it's fun to get reunited, don't you think? You are are you going to a class reunion?
Well, I do have my 30th next year. I haven't heard anything about a reunion yet, but I'm sure.
You're going to be going in. I want you to be the belle of the ball. I want you to prove to them that, hey, you know what, those who were not nice to me, I'm better than you are. No, I suppose that's a wrong term to be using, right?
Yeah, no, I just, that's turning my ego on, and I don't want to do
There's
that.
nothing wrong with having an ego. It's how you balance it out.
It's confidence.
Yeah. A friend of mine, he plays the didgeridoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ever heard one of those?
Yes.
Oh, he had a big one, And he looked at me, he says, he has confidence. He says, I have an ego. Because if you don't have confidence in yourself or a little ego, how can you help other people? Because that means you're believing in yourself.
Well, no, I get that part of it. I don't want to be, I don't want to come
Flashy.
out as, right, like I'm a know-it-all, because
Yeah.
I'm not. And, if I don't know the answer to a question, I tell you. I don't know, but I will look it up and get back to you. So it's.
When I went to my reunion, I was a real bright blonde. Baby blue jacket and a blue pants and the heels to match. I went over to my principal and let them know what I had. And I went over to these girls and guys who were really chunky and the queen of the prom. But karma has a way of paying you back. I'm walking out of there after a couple of martinis. Got walked too close to the pool. Fell into the pool. My hair turned lime green. So like I said, karma has a way of to get back. So I'd rather have karma pay me back in good things. So I one of the things I would like to express to you is that you are going to do a lot of traveling.
Me?
Book-wise.
Okay.
You ready for it?
If I have to get on a plane, I
Well,
don't
you
know.
can talk to
Hey,
Peace.
there you go. There you go.
That's why I should be coming with me.
Well, so
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering. Is it a one-time thing? Because I've seen people who have taken classes. From what I think the airline offers classes.
To be comfortable flying on a plane.
yeah.
It's a one-time thing. Every
It's a-
time
it's
I've
a
done
one-time.
it, they've only, I'm not saying every single hypnosis session is a one-time thing, but my experience when I've had clients for flying comfortably on a plane is they've only needed one session.
So
I
quit
mean,
smoking.
sometimes I will create an audio for them to listen to, so I guess it's more than one, but I don't do that all the time, and I have done it only one without an audio, and they were okay. But
I had at one
it's
time
nice
for
to have an
cigarette
audio.
smoking.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know.
What'd you say?
It is nice to have an audio.
Yeah,
You know,
in case
I mean,
you feel
just
nervous when you're in there, you can just put it on and you're all set.
because you never know what happened before they're going to fly.
True.
You know.
Right, it could be anything. Right.
My son hypnotized himself
Yes, you can do that.
back
for
in
sure.
1993,
That's great.
and for cigarette smoking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he hadn't smoked a cigarette since.
So when people hypnotize, I mean, a lot of people go into self-hypnosis when they're doing something like the dishes or the laundry or, you know.
Exactly. You can do it by yourself. You don't need a hypnotist. But a hypnotist is helpful because some people have a hard
Now,
time.
don't say you don't need it
relaxing.
because then you're going to ruin your own.
I know.
Well,
I'm just
it
being
depends.
honest.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to hypnotize myself so that I can, you know, quit smoking or flying
You
or
can.
whatever. But it's
You can, but
Okay.
most people, it's like anything. You know, someone you can do your own nails. You don't have
Yeah.
to go to get your nails done. But some people just don't want to do it, and a lot of people have a difficult time relaxing and focusing on what their goal is, and that's basically what a hypnotist will guide them to do, is to relax and then give them specific suggestions, visualizations. Just sometimes know the exact thing to do to help shift them in that direction, but sometimes people don't know to do that. But you can, right before you go to sleep, you just start to visualize and really feel yourself having and doing exactly what you want and being however you want. For sure, you don't need a hypnotist, but it is helpful. If you know, a lot of times when people go to bed, they go right to sleep, so they don't even give themselves the time to use that time. A lot of people would like to just have a relaxed place away from home to be able to do that type of focus for hypnosis, but you definitely can. But
Can you
people find it easier.
hypnotize you to sing better?
Mhm.
Oh, you can? Oh, all right. Even though
I
my
should
s-
see her. My kids say, please don't sing.
Yeah, my son called me up one day and said, "Dad, don't sing anymore." You know, can you? If for someone, I know this could be far-fetched, but I'm just saying, like they have. If a couple come into you, and they have a lot of marital issues, can you, through hypnosis, help guide them to find out what's really wrong with their marriage?
I
or is
probably
that pretty
can, but I
far-fetched?
don't tend to do that. I don't tend to have more than one person. I do best with one-on-ones. And I have been able to assist people with relationships in general with hypnosis, but it's not a relationship therapy type of thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more of individual goals.
When you say relationships in general, so would it be to help me become a better person?
Mhm.
But not for me to get along better with my husband?
No, you can. You can use hypnosis to help you get along better with your husband.
Oh.
Well, you don't want to get along better with them?
No, I was just thinking that, you know, employees don't get along with their bosses. Bosses don't get along with their employees.
My friend owns a company. He actually has. In fact, I'll have to have him get a hold of you, because he actually has had himself hypnotized to get along better with his employees, and his business has prospered. And anybody that's in management, they have to be willing to be hypnotized so that they can get along with it. And I think that's a cool thing.
Very
You
cool.
know.
That would be for, you know, like upper management and
Yeah.
stuff like that, because there seems to always be a conflict. And if you can get them to, you know, see
Calm it
things a
down,
little
yeah.
better, yeah.
Right.
Take suggestions, remove their ego.
Now, okay, want to talk about where you got that necklace from?
I got this from Sticks and Stones.
And where is that?
It is located inside of Infinite Journey at 2 Starwood Drive in Hampstead, New Hampshire.
My dear friend Amy Majors runs it. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Have you met Amy?
No.
You know, oh, she's a sweetheart. She and I kind of had a difference, but we were able to amend it right away so that it didn't get out and carried away. My biggest pet peeve is I don't like. I don't understand why other spiritual readers have to be jealous of each other.
I think you should be happy for everybody and encourage people, to
like what you
succeed.
do, like you do. Absolutely, you know, like other people when they have their psychic event. My feelings are, I wish you well, and I mean when I say that, because let's be honest, if you don't do that, then you're not going to do well yourself, you know. And one thing I do know is that Spirit says whom they want to have go to the one event or the other event or whatever. And this event, I have put more time than I ever have into it, any of the events I've had. I've been very fortunate, you know, like last year, I think it was, we did an animal for the Manchester Animal Shelter. We had a lot of turnarounds and all that, too. So your heart has to be in it. If you're mechanical, don't do it, you know. And by the way, folks, we will be having free popcorn and all the beautiful ladies out there, the queen males or whatever, you'll be getting a free carnation from us. I think that's cool. It's a good PR, you know. And we'll be doing it twice a year again like I used to, you know.
Good.
And there again, I wasn't going to go back there because the park had, you know what, Spirit said, you will go back there, and guess what? And I got an okay rate, so I can't complain, because every other place I went to, the prices were outrageous. You know, and I said, okay. So we are having a healing ponds at the Unitarian Universalist Church on Union Street in Manchester, New Hampshire, October 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. or a little later if we have to. And all the money will go to the healing ponds event. Readers will get whatever the people that come in, and vendors, whatever they pay for to get in, but whatever they make is theirs. We'll be having raffles. You like raffles?
I do.
Do you?
I love raffles.
Do you really? We're going to be doing a 50-50. You know, it's anything that we can. Of course, Mary's sale, you know, her things there. And right now, on my part, I'm going to be raffling off a set of brand new horseshoes. You play horseshoes?
I have played a couple of times.
How about you?
I've played.
Have you?
Not too often.
No. They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you a ringer?
People step away from the stake. That's when they take bathroom breaks and stuff like that when I'm throwing.
Oh, I got to tell you a little story what she did last week.
What did I do last week?
Coming through the red light.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
I'll tell you right now.
If it wasn't for Scott.
Yeah, we wouldn't be alive today, probably. But the Spirit was there. Would you agree?
Yep.
She would. I don't know what she was doing, but all of a sudden the light turned red, and all of a sudden all these people are coming off the interstate after the exit. I'm like, oh my God, well, I'm gonna die, you know. And all of a sudden the Spirit, and then Scott says something to the Spirit. That's when you know that the Spirit is alive, and that's when you know the Spirit is there to help you. You know, but we made it
I
through.
didn't even see the light. Didn't even see it.
And then, what you know, I couldn't eat for an hour. That's because I was.
That's because you were here.
So, are you going to any other event?
Um,
Any show or anything?
Other than Mary's show, no, I don't really have anything like. Oh, actually, I'm doing a show. Kevin show.
Kevin Ross
Emery's,
Dr.
in September.
Kevin Ross Emery. I've known him for years. We always have our own. You know. He got married.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. He did.
You know. And
Yeah, just about a year ago.
yeah, was it that long ago?
October, I think, wasn't it?
I know it. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
it
I
was
think it's
October.
coming.
Halloween or something.
Fine, that, yeah. At the,
Yeah.
you know, and, yeah, I've known him probably 20 years now, you know. So, and we all have our own ways. I respect what he does, okay? But I don't respect when people just do. I mean, we all want to make money. Am I correct? I mean, obviously that's what we're in business for, like with you. But you also have to like what you're doing. You know, and you have to appreciate what you. I have a feeling that you get if somebody really in desperate love that Julie that you might be doing or these Reiki, that you, the kind-hearted person, I think I would give them a tease.
Depends.
Or a big.
How I'm feeling.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, or maybe a discount or something like that. Same with you, you know, or you know, I think, and when we start making about all about money, don't we forget what we're doing?
Well, I used to tell people I would rather be doing a job that I absolutely love and making not much money on it than doing a job making a lot of money in a job I absolutely hate.
Comes with wisdom, doesn't it?
Right. You know, I did that. I made really good money with a job I absolutely hated. It wasn't a bad job. It wasn't for me kind of a thing, and I hated it. So now that I'm doing what I absolutely love to do, you know, it's making a difference. You know, I mean, I know I'll get compensated later for it, but.
Well,
Right. But I think that more people are leaving the pharmaceutical side of it. I know with me, myself, I would rather, if I have anxiety, I would rather be hypnotized. I mean, I haven't been hypnotized yet, but I would rather
I
lean
like the way
towards...
she said that. See, she's hitting for a free. I'll
No,
tell you
I've
what.
been-
How
I've
about
been-
if you come on and would you be willing to hypnotize her on the show the next time?
I've
Would
been
you be willing
hypnotized,
to?
well, not hypnotized, but with past life regressions and stuff like that. It's a hypnosis that you go into. I've done that. But I mean, I would rather be hypnotized for anxiety than take anxiety medication, especially if it's a one-time, you know, or you could do the anxiety hypnotist once, right?
I've done it once, plenty of times.
I'd rather do that
Would
once.
you be willing to do it on the show here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we book you. We'll have you do it. You can come on too. So okay,
From when I do hypnosis, it takes about a half an hour.
That's fine.
And I mean, I talk with so the whole session's a little over an hour.
Well, we have a 2-hour show. Remember.
I know. I don't know how I feel about like
It's personal.
It's very personal. Very personal. I mean, I'm willing to do it for sure, but I don't know how it's going to affect the person if they're not feeling
100% relaxed.
safe.
Yeah.
Well, we've had I've had 3-4 different people come on. One guy with the funky, but and you know, if you feel uncomfortable with it, then that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not a stage hypnotist. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Norm's Community Corner. Thank you for calling. Hi, Ted.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, hi, how you doing? This is
Tell him to get off his
in
speakerphone.
reference to the lady that does the
Tell him to
Reiki.
get off his speakerphone.
What's the difference between
Get off your
the
yeah, wait a minute.
acupuncture
Yeah.
and the Reiki that you do? And,
Okay, before
are
we
they
can
involved together at all, or I was curious about that.
before we can do that, can you put it on the handset and off the speakerphone? It's just it's just
Yeah.
messing with the sound.
Okay,
All right, so take it off a speaker, and we can have you talk with Peace.
is it me?
okay.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Acupuncture.
I don't do acupuncture.
No, but what's
Yeah,
the
you know,
difference
I was
between
just curious, what the situation is between the two, and you know, are more people getting involved in acupuncture or in Reiki, or because I don't know too much about that Reiki, and I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, they're two different
Like I said,
modalities.
maybe you can just tell me a little bit more about it.
So, Reiki, it may sound strange,
You're gonna
but
pull up to that one.
so Reiki is life force energy, basically what makes everything work, what makes the plants grow, and what makes us, every day actually have life force to get up out of bed and do stuff. And so I'm a practitioner, so I'm my energy centers have been opened, attuned, so that it can flow through me quicker, possibly, than other people. But I think everyone really has the ability to do it. And so it's really, I put my hands on the client in different spots, and the life force energy flows through me to the person. Some clients are more able to receive it than others, but for the most part, if they're there for me, they're pretty open to receiving it, and so they feel it in different ways, and that Reiki life force energy goes to exactly what you need it. And oftentimes, if you have a headache, it will go to the headache. If you're in pain specifically, it usually goes to that. I can't make it go anywhere particular, but a lot of times it will go to emotional issues. And so it's usually very relaxing. It can feel like literally energy is flowing to you. It can feel different for different people. Oftentimes they say it's heat. My hands are usually very cold, but when I'm doing Reiki, it's very hot. Often, not all the time. It's different and different for different people in different situations. So you're really getting just life force energy that goes to what you need it the most.
The client feels the heat.
Yes, the client feels the heat. Yes.
Well, their energy and your
It's
energy.
different from acupuncture, totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I don't do acupuncture, so I don't want to speak on
Actually,
that.
I'm going to be bringing an acupuncturist on the show. Okay, so, yeah.
People tend to
Wow.
really
Good to
do
know,
well
'cause
with
I was
Reiki.
never aware of that.
Yeah.
I never knew the differences, and it seems like when you do the Reiki, it's more involved than acupuncture would be. At least that's my impression.
Well, acupuncture does needles.
Right.
Acupuncture does needles, and
Yeah.
basically what it does is it opens energy channels, so,
Right.
which are the meridians.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Reiki, it uses the universal life force
Right.
to help heal the body. Depending upon which one you're using, it depends. I mean, a really good acupuncturist can work energetically as well. But most people will go towards the Reiki for one, anybody who's afraid of needles, and number two, it's less
Yeah, but they
expensive.
both heal, all right. The acupuncturists will go for the nerve endings or something, and you use herbs and stuff to heal with the people.
Correct.
You know, that's not, the Reiki
there's
doesn't
not-
do that.
The
No.
Reiki doesn't use the herbs.
No, we use the
No.
energy.
Reiki uses
Dr.
Oh,
Jodie
okay.
uses herbs.
Oh, I see. All right. Okay, I get confused a little bit. I didn't realize that.
Ted, you've always been confused.
Yeah.
No, so his
Yeah,
hands.
it seems like there's different avenues to heal people.
Yep, there is.
And gosh, it's interesting, both you girls there, because what you guys say that about different methods. It's interesting, and I just wanted to find out more about it.
Well, they're going to be at the event on October 20th, so you can ask them then.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that.
Well, I'm going to try to talk with them to do a
Thank
pole
you very
dance.
much. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
Okay, we'll talk to you later, Ted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or do you
Bye-bye,
have it?
bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm actually I got a fax email, I'm actually going to bring an acupuncture on, a therapist on too. So it's amazing how every being, there is a solution to healing our bodies. Whether it's through acupuncture, whether it's through what you do, whether it's through what you do, whether it's through what you and I do, with our voices or whatever. And like I said before, the medical doctors, that we need them too. I mean, you and I can't go and take out a gallbladder or maybe take care of the heart or
You
whatever.
can try and prevent that
We
from
can-
happening,
yeah, but
though.
when it gets to the point where it can't,
Yeah.
I've actually. Have you ever done out of body experiences? Either one of you?
I have a couple of times, yes.
I know when you were 12 years old, you did. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Have you?
Not that I remember.
Okay. I like put myself in an operating room. When if I know that somebody's going to having surgery, I've been so blessed that I've been able to watch it. I think one of the coolest things was when I watched a guy have his knee cut open, all that blood oozing out. That was pretty cool, But I also watched them how they took care of it, and actually when I was having my surgery done, when they put a bone in through here, I was only like 15 or 16 or maybe, and it's amazing. Even then, I was able, and I didn't understand it. I was able to watch how they were doing it. So that's pretty cool,
It's very cool.
And the doctors couldn't believe I told them everything they did. Yeah, right, And I went, so how could I be, So a lot of the doctors are coming around knowing that there is other alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're starting to learn more about it. I mean, the older doctors are still very, taboo about it. They don't, it's not a class that you take in school, so they don't know anything about herbs. They take an hour or two of nutrition at most. So a lot of the times they don't recommend it to their patients because they don't know anything about it. So when the patients come to them and say, well, I see, a holistic practitioner, or I'm seeing a naturopath, they generally will tell them, don't follow what they say because they don't know anything about it. I had recommended some liver herbs to somebody that I felt, should take them. And she went to her doctor, and doctor told her to stop taking them because she didn't know anything about it. I mean, my suggestion to that is, go turn your computer on and look it up. Don't tell somebody not to do it. It's like, I can't go tell your patients not to take your medication.
That's why I always ask. Every time I meet a new doctor, I ask what their views are. Are they into holistic medicine? What do they think about herbs? What do they think about energy healing? What do they think about, because I'm interviewing them as much as they're interviewing me.
Right.
So I don't want a doctor who's gonna, sit there and give me medication all the time. We had a thing with my husband. My husband has 3 blown out discs in his lower back. And we went to a pain clinic. One pain clinic we went to pushed opioids. We were able to get my husband off of them. And then I went to a different pain clinic. And I asked them right from the beginning when I sat there, what's your view on narcotics? So then he thought I was a drug seeker. Because, that was my question that I asked. And so he turned it around and he said, what's your view? I said, if you're going to prescribe them, we're out of here. Because we're not doing that. And that's why we switched. And I always ask that because I don't know what's going to happen. I'll tell you one thing. What had happened to me.
Tell us one thing.
Because you have to be your own advocate.
Right. Yeah.
I was told that I'm going to be on this medication for quite some time. And then the doctor suggested that I take another medication
On top
of it. So not knowing what was going on, I went to the pharmacist and I said, what do you think? I want your opinion. And my pharmacist looked it up and said, you can't take that drug if you're taking that drug because of the interactions. So I called my doctor back and I said, well, we'll consider it if you change the medications. And I got a lot of backlash for that.
Wow.
And I told her, I said, well, the pharmacist said it doesn't work together. So I'm not taking it. But how many people do that? How many people actually go
Not a lot of people question.
And question your doctor, because your doctor's supposed to know everything,
When I went to have my heart checked and all that, they actually got mad at me because I dared to ask for their qualifications. When you're going to build a house and you hire a carpenter, don't you want to know what their qualifications are?
I'd like to know that they built more than 10 houses
right.
in their life, yes.
Or you go to a car mechanic and and you ask what their background is. Why not ask the doctors or the registered nurse or the cardiologist? Why not ask them what they are?
We went to the head of the head of I can't remember what the name of the place was. Neurosurgery. And I won't say what hospital it was at, but he was trying to push us on a surgery for my husband. And he was telling us that he had better success with women than men. And I said, okay, I'll play. How many have you done? 6. I was like, excuse me? I said, call me back when you've got more under your belt. Yeah. We're not doing this.
Yeah. Well, and this woman, she got really addicted. I said, what qualifies you to be, running the heart monitor? That's my heart and it's my body. And she goes, well, I took some classes over here. And I said, so you're a certified person, technician to do this. Well, yes, I am. And the other lady comes in, he's going to ask you what your qualifications are. I go, you're damn right I am. I said, it's my body. If you don't want to answer, then I'm leaving. And then again, when Reiki comes into play, they said, well, we got you scheduled for 2 hours. I said, okay. And let us know when you feel pain. And I said to them, I don't feel any pressure. They were really mad at me. They really were, because the wonderful thing with Reiki energy, I would encourage everybody to do it, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
And you? And, I really would. Some people, then they not get the same reaction, But it's so fabulous, the gay word, fabulous, I forgot to say it correctly, But, folks, remember, you who are not calling you, but remember this: body, heal thyself. So many people get so dependent on these drugs. I have a friend of mine, she's been on this medication for over 40-something years, maybe 50 years now, and she can't do it without it. And it's got to be the store brand. I mean, not the store brand. It's got to be the province. And her body is so in tune that if she doesn't have it, she is really gone. You know. And I watch her, and I oh my God, how sad.
Mm-hmm.
How sad that we have to live on this, because the pharmaceutical drugs, I'm not saying all of them, can be very addictive.
Yeah.
You know, Valium. That's what it was. She was on Xanax.
The anxiety medication, anti-anxiety
You know.
medication, yes.
And when I had my surgery, my eye surgery done, they gave me Valium. I refused to take them. And then when they gave me my gallbladder surgery, then I walked in there and I'm going, I'm going to feel better when I leave. You should be eating that donut. And that one lady, her, and I said, I'm going to feel better. And you know, okay. And you do. If you want to feel better, you're going to feel better. If you want to sit on the, I can never get better, you know. But that's up to you. And
right.
I went out after I had the gallbladder removed and had a pizza. You know?
That's the perfect meal after gallbladder surgery.
It is. Yes, sir. The doctor said I could, and I did, and I felt fine. You know. Then I went and had my fried clams. Oh, yeah. But the thing I did do was the hot mustard. I wasn't ready for that yet. Because that's what activated, I'm glad I had the hot mustard, because that's what activated my gallbladder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I found I had to have it removed. And nothing is anywhere. I think that was worse than the labor pains I had, you know. But, you know, and I went in, and it's amazing how there are many parts of our bodies that we can survive without. Don't want to, but we can.
And you shouldn't, but I mean, they are there for a reason.
Right. You know, so, you know. And, well, I want to thank you two for coming on, because we're going to be doing the old histories. And I trust you two will be on again. Do I have you booked again?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Okay, I'll look at my calendar, and you two definitely want you two back on again. I love it, because I think the time goes by show, and you're going to be co-host, right? And if you feel like you want to be hypnotized, she's ready to do it, but I don't see a lot of...
No, I understand what she's saying about doing it on the year.
Right.
It's private and personal, and it should be.
You know.
Yeah, because I'm not a stage hypnotist, so I'm.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're not... Oh, okay.
No.
You're not certified.
No, I'm certified.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
I've been doing it for a long time. I'm not a stage so a stage
Oh,
hypnotist does
okay.
a show in front
Stage.
of people, and this is a little bit more intimate.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
That's fine.
safe
Yeah.
feeling type thing.
Well,
you know.
the other guy, the one that was on, he used to do stage hypnosis too, you know. But I think it's a joke when they do you're going to act like a rooster, or you're going to be cracked, you know. So that's
Right.
a joke.
Well, that's
not
the
real.
stage hypnotist.
Yeah.
Right,
You
I'm
know.
not-
And I wouldn't want to do that either.
And when you
know.
do that, you know that,
do
you
it.
know.
It's a clown, you know, and he's already pre-warned, okay? So once again, real quick, like your website or where you are?
My website is natureswayholistichealth.com. I am located at 1350 Lakeview Ave in Dracut, Mass. And my phone number is 978-476-1184. I do take appointments by appointment only. If I don't have any clients scheduled myself, I'm generally not there, but I only live a few minutes from the office. So if you need to visit, I can be there.
So if I wanted to come to say I had questions about diabetes or high blood pressure or something like that, would it be a good idea for me to call ahead to kind of give you a heads up so you can have that material prepared for me?
Correct.
And you?
I'm at Light Upon the Lotus, which is on the Daniel Webster Highway. My number is 978-835-2935. I have a Facebook page that's called Peace's Meditation Healing Room. I do
Okay.
hypnosis, Reiki.
And you're at?
Infinite Journey, 2 Starwood Drive, Hampstead, New Hampshire. We're having a psychic fair on July 21st, I think 10 to 5. So come on up. We're right off of Route 111.
And you all know who I am, the great one here. No, I'm kidding. But I know my website is right up there. We do readings or whatever. And I want to thank you both for coming on, and you two for coming in too. And everybody remember, every single day, you are the winner. Have a great day.